Hello my dear friends. In last lecture we have seen the Air Act of 1981. In today's lecture we are going to see again a very important environmental legislation, that is the Water Act of 1974. Friends, as we all know, water is very essential element for human life. We all know, out of the total water resources on the earth, 97% of the world's water it is seawater, and which is unfit for the consumption. So only remaining 3% of the water is consumable. So it becomes our duty to consume that 3% of the water without polluting and without contaminating it. Therefore, every country needs to take steps so as to preserve that particular consumable 3% of the water, and therefore it arises the need to enact some laws for the sake of prevention of the water pollution. Friends, as India is also every year facing the scarcity of the water, it taken steps so as to enact the laws for preservation of the water resources. But Indian Parliament is not having the power to make the laws for the sake of protection of the water, as water is such a subject which is falling under the state list, not in the union list or the concurrent list. So this particular subject falling under state list, it require resolution passed from the state legislatures so as to authorize the parliament for enacting the laws. Therefore, some of the states in India such as Assam, Bihar, Gujarat, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, Karnataka, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Tripura and West Bengal, they passed a resolution and thereby they requested the parliament to enact a law for prevention and control of the water pollution. Therefore, on the resolution of those states, parliament enacted the law, that is Water Act 1974. So by the way of passing of the resolution, parliament took the authority or took the power to enact the law, and on 23rd March 1974 it enacted the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974. This particular act consists of 64 sections which were divided into 8 chapters. So let us see the main object behind enactment of this particular act. Now let us see the aims and objectives of the enactment of Water Act. So the main object behind enactment of the Water Act is to prevent and control pollution of the water. Secondly, to maintain and restore the wholesomeness of the water. Thirdly, to establish central and state pollution control boards for prevention and control of water pollution, and to confer on those boards powers to prevent and control water pollution, and so as to maintain the wholesomeness of the water. Now, let us move towards some important definitions provided under section 2 of this act. So, section 2 subclause DD deals with the definition of the outlet. So, according to this definition, outlet means any conduit pipe or channel. It may be open or closed, and which is carrying on sewage or trade effluents or any other holding arrangements. Those sewage or those trade effluents which are going to cause or likely to cause pollution, that is called as outlet. Now let us move towards the next important definition which is provided under section 2 subclause E of the act. So This definition is talking about specifically the water pollution. So, water pollution means contamination of water or alteration of some physical, chemical, biological properties of the water by way of discharging any sewage, trade effluents, or any other solid, liquid, or gaseous substance into that particular water, which is going to create nuisance or which is going to make that particular water injurious or harmful to public health or safety or to domestic, commercial, industrial, agriculture, or other legitimate uses, and which is going to harm life and health of the animals, plants, or the aquatic organisms, etc. Now let us move towards the next definition, that is of the stream. So stream, it includes any river, any water course, any inland waters, subterranean waters, sea or tidal waters which were declared by the state government in its official gazette as a stream is called as stream. The next definition which we are going to see is of the trade effluents. So trade effluents, it includes any solid, liquid or gaseous substance which is discharged from any industry, any operation or any process into the water resource, but it doesn't include domestic sewages. So domestic sewage is out of the purview of the trade effluent. Trade effluent are only those discharges which are coming out of the industry or operation or processes. So my dear friends, today we have seen the introductory part, aims and objectives, and some important definitions provided under Water Act 1974. In next lecture, we will see the Central Pollution Control Board and State Pollution Control Boards which were constituted for the sake of performing some functions under this Act. Thank you.